Hey guys, so I just got back from seeing Smile 2. So we had Trap come out earlier this year, which was a horror movie also set at a concert, though that was primarily set in the concert venue, and this is just more focused around a performer who's getting ready to put on a big show when some spooky things start to happen. So I will say I didn't love Smile when I first saw it, but I just rewatched it last night and it is better than I remembered it being. I wouldn't say it's one of my favourite horror movies that have come out recently, same for this one, but still, yeah, it's middle of the road for me, this franchise so far. But I will say this, I do think that the first movie is marginally better than this one. I think if you're a hardcore fan of the first movie, definitely go see it in the theatre, but otherwise, I do think this is one where you can wait for streaming. Look, there is good things about it, don't get me wrong. We had a really good performance from the lead actress, Naomi Scott, and she had to show a lot of emotion in this. She was portraying someone who was going through struggles with addiction and coming off that and had gone through a lot of trauma. So yeah, she did a really good job with what she was given. But Kyle Gallner was only in this movie for like 5 minutes the most, and I do feel like he was underutilized because I feel like he's so good in these types of horror movies. So that was a weird choice. Like, I get it obviously was a continuation of the curse going down the chain and infecting new people, but still it would have been nice to see him be more involved in it, as well as, I don't know the actor's name, but he was in the latest season of You. He was a pretty good actor. It would have been good to see his character more, but yeah, so it's focused on this pop star and her recovery journey while at the same time getting this curse. So people around her just think she's going crazy and acting out because of the thing that she's going through, but she's actually having this supernatural thing happen to her. And look, I will say that I didn't personally find it scary. It was creepy at times, but it was also unintentionally funny. There were a few scenes, especially when there's several of these smiling people in her apartment at once, and they're doing this almost like choreographed spooky dance thing, and it made me laugh out loud. So the movie did rely a little too much on jump scares for my liking, but it did a good job with the tension and the atmosphere at times. I feel like they did that well. And the fact that they blended the fact that this was about a musician and she was singing at times, and that blended really well. It didn't take away from the movie like some recent movies with music in it have done. Anyway, look, I feel like the music was good. The protagonist is fairly unlikable, but you see why she is the way that she is. And that's a big part of what she's going through with her addiction. So this is a fairly gory movie. At times I felt like it was unnecessary. I'm not the sort of person that gets really, really squeamish, but still I feel like it took away from it at moments, and it felt like it was trying to rely on shock value instead of establishing a mood and tension and atmosphere at times where it could have really lent into that. Like I said earlier, it definitely had those things, but it could have gone in a different direction in certain areas instead of just relying on, hey, look, there's a person with broken bones. I just don't find that scary. So I was hoping they would expand upon the lore a bit in this movie, but instead they just rehashed what we already knew from the previous movie. And I didn't like that the dream-like sequences, I guess the hallucination moments happen so often, especially towards the third act, that you just don't know what's real and what isn't. And obviously that's the point, but it just gets too much, too confusing, and it takes away from the story. The ending is one I saw coming a mile away. Honestly, I was unsatisfied with the ending. I feel like this could have been a lot better. I'm in a generous mood, so I'm going to give this a 7, even though I was initially leaning towards 6. Look, it's not the worst thing that's come out this year, but we've had a movie this year about a haunted swimming pool and a haunted teddy bear, so that's not saying a lot. Anyway, if you've seen this movie, Let me know what you thought about it down below and what's your favourite horror movie that's come out so far this year. Please like, comment, subscribe, all of that stuff. Thank you.